today we are going to be looking at the Rolls-Royce Ghost, a very special car. Today I am able to get my hands on this Rolls-Royce Ghost, and I'm going to be showing you around the car and giving you its amazing features and special details. Now let's head on to the review. Now there are a few variants to the Rolls-Royce Ghost, like the Rolls-Royce Ghost Extended Wheelbase, which is a much longer version of the Rolls-Royce Ghost, even though the standard version is already really long. But you also have the Black Badge version, which is a much more powerful version of the Rolls-Royce Ghost. But what we've got here is a standard version, but it's still a really cool car to look at. Now we're going to start off in the front of the Rolls-Royce Ghost. Now one of the most defining features of a Rolls-Royce is the Pantheon grille, which now is shaped like an optical illusion. So in every side you see it is always going to be a little bit different. And also one of the other defining features is of course the Spirit of Ecstasy, which has been in the Rolls-Royce since a long time ago. And the cool thing is that the Spirit of Ecstasy can actually retract back under the hood. Now we move on to the side of the Rolls-Royce Ghost. As you can see, that the Rolls-Royce Ghost is really long, so I need to move the camera quite far away just to capture the entire length of the car. Now one of the design aspects of the Rolls-Royce Ghost is that it always has a 2:1 ratio of body height to wheel height. So the body height is always twice the height of the wheel. And another feature is of course the wheel itself, which has the logo always stay put even though the wheel is rolling. So if the wheel is rolling at a massive speed, the logo will still stay right side up, so you can still read the logo that says Rolls-Royce. Now we're going to move on to the back of the Rolls-Royce Ghost, and as you can see, there's the Rolls-Royce emblem in the middle of the silver chrome plate. And you can already tell that it is a Rolls-Royce just by the signature rear taillights, which is in a triangular shape. And you can also see a little bit of silver chrome in the exhaust tips, which is in the bumper. Another unique feature to a Rolls-Royce is that it always has suicide doors. Now for the Rolls-Royce Ghost, it has reverse opening suicide doors. So the rear doors open up like this. It doesn't open up like any ordinary car door, which just opens up that way. But because it's a Rolls-Royce, the doors are also pretty heavy. So if you want to push this back in, you gotta use a lot more force than usual. Now we're going to move on to the interior of the Rolls-Royce Ghost. Now, like every executive, they always sit at the back. So we're going to start off at the back. But if you want to close the door, if you're in the passenger seat in the back, well, all that doesn't matter, because if you want to reach to the door, it's quite far, but you have a button in the pillar here that you can actually press and the door closes effortlessly. So now we're going to move on to the interior of the Rolls-Royce Ghost. This is my first time sitting inside a Rolls-Royce actually. Now, like every executive car, the Rolls-Royce Ghost has a table where you can use to do your work. Like you put on your laptop and you can just pull out the table, as simple as that. So you can now work on your laptop or anything else right over here. And you have a center console that you use to control the screen over there. And of course you also have the button that you use to close the door, and you also have this little button which turns on the light and it makes that little noise. And of course you can also look yourself in the mirror just in case if you need to fix your face up. Now just to have a little bit more space, you can actually fold the center console back into place like that, and you have much more space. And here's the controls for your AC. So you have soft, medium, high, and max, which controls the AC here and here. And there's also a little bit of AC over here and the pillar over there. Now we're going to move on to the front of the Rolls-Royce Ghost. But before we do, I need to show you one very cool feature that every Rolls-Royce has. And that is the umbrella, which is in the door. Now, if it's raining outside and you need an umbrella, all you need to do is push this little silver button over here, and then the umbrella is out. Now we're going to move on to the front of the Rolls-Royce Ghost. As you can see here, you have your speedometer, but if you notice, it doesn't actually show the RPMs. It only shows the power reserve, your speed, and your fuel tank. Now these 4 switches over here is used to control the windows in all sides of the Rolls-Royce, and this little tiny switch here is used to control the mirrors. Now you have two speakers over here as well, and also in the other side as well. Now the logo in the steering wheel doesn't actually stay put, it just rolls with the wheel. And you also have a gear shift over here, just like a Mercedes-Benz. Now in the center, there are also quite a few functions. You see this wooden panel? This can actually be a screen. It actually opens up and it reveals a screen. Now you also have your analog Rolls-Royce Ghost clock. Now in the center, you have this little wheel over here which you use to control the screen here, and this little button is used to raise and lower the suspension of the Rolls-Royce. Now there are also the same functions for the AC just like in the back. Now the functions here is also soft, medium, high, and max. And you can also have your memory settings over here, which you can use to control the seats. Now this is the Rolls-Royce 6.6 liter V12, and that produces about 563 horsepower and 575 pound-feet of torque. So for a luxury sedan, this car is pretty sure, well, powerful. Now over here we have the trunk of the Rolls-Royce Ghost. Now you can see that the trunk is very wide, just like almost every new modern sedan. But like a new modern sedan, the trunk can actually be closed electronically. And just like that. Now the Rolls-Royce Ghost has a few competitors. For example, the Lexus LS, which is right beside me right now. But still, both of these cars are actually really cool. Now thank you very much for watching this video on my review of the Rolls-Royce Ghost. Please like and subscribe, and I'll see you to the next review on an also very special car.